Hello friends, welcome to my channel Animated Study.
If you want to go to the store to buy grocery and you have a multiple road, so you are always looking for the shortest path, because in shortest path you have a less fuel consumption in your car. So here you have a two roads from your home to your grocery shop. One is the direct way from your home to store, and the second way is via bank. The second way is connected one. So you can go to the bank, and from bank you can go to the store. So here your direct road is 7 km long, while if you are going to the bank, it's take the 2 km, and from the bank to store, it's take the 3 km. So this connected road total is 5 km. That is less than 7 km. So obviously first you are going to the bank, that is 2 km away from your home, and then you are going to the store, that is further 3 km away from the bank. So mathematically you can see your distance from home to bank plus distance of bank to store is less than direct distance from your home to store. So you are selecting the shortest path even it is connected. So this is the main principles for the algorithms that we are going to study for finding the shortest path, and this algorithm is known as Dijkstra algorithm. So let's see how Dijkstra algorithm is finding the shortest path in the graph. So here for this graph you can use the Dijkstra algorithm to find the shortest path from single source vertex to all vertices in the given graph. So here we will take the source as a and we are finding the shortest path for all vertices with respect to a vertex. So it looks very complicated, but once we understand step by step, it's very easy. So here we have a connected graph, and you can use the Dijkstra algorithm for directed as well as undirected graph. So here we will start to visit vertex from our source vertex, that is A. So initially we will store the cost of path. So from vertex A, the cost of A to A you can write as a 0. And once you don't know what is minimum cost for any other node, you are taking infinite for the all nodes. So here you can see for the all node initial cost is written as infinite. So now we will step by step connecting the node and finding the minimum cost. So here you will start from A. So here from A you can explore the three vertices, that is B, C and D. So you can see here the cost of B from A. So here we will write the cost less or equal to 2. Why we are writing so? Because 2 is the cost of direct connections, but it may be possible you can have another connected path with cost less than 2. So initially we are writing in a form of less or equal to, unless and until we are getting the confirmed minimum cost of the node. So when we will get the links from A to B, A to C and A to D, it is confirmed the cost is not going beyond 2, 1 and 4. That is why we are writing it as a less or equal to 2, less or equal to 1 and less or equal to 4. So since Dijkstra algorithm is greedy algorithm, it's take the first minimum cost. So here the cost of D is 4, cost of C from A is 1, cost of B from A is 2. So the minimum cost from A is for node C. So we will connect this node and we will mark it as a visited node. Now we have visited node C. So we can explore one new node, that is node E. So we'll include the node E into our table. So the cost of node E is cost of A to C plus cost of C to E. So we are getting cost 12. So the maximum cost of A to E will be 12. So we can write it as a cost less or equal to 12 here. And the E node is founded by C here. So we will write the predecessor of E node here. Now from the connected node, that is D, E and B, we can select the minimum one in a greedy way. So here we will get B with cost 2. So we will visit the B and mark here as a visited node. Now from node B you can explore one more node, that is F. And for F, maximum possible cost is 4. So here we can write it as a less or equal to 4. And we have found the node F from B. So we can write it found by B here. Now from the nodes D, E and F, we will select the minimum cost node, that is D and F here. So we can take any one. Suppose we will take the D here. So we will mark D as a visited node. And from D we are not exploring any new node. So straight away we are selecting the minimum cost node from F and E. So here we can select F because its value is 4 and it is less than the 12, that is the cost of node E. So we will select the F node and mark it as a visited node. And from the F, now you can explore one new node, that is H. So the cost of A to H is nothing but cost of A to F, that is 4, plus the cost of F to H, that is 7. So we can take maximum possible cost of H node is 7 here. So we can write it as a less or equal to 7. And this node is founded by node F here. So it is indicated in the table. Now the list of nodes that we have explored, that is H and E. So the minimum cost node is H here because E have a value 12 and H have a value 7. So we will mark H as a visited node and we can fix the cost 7 and it is founded by F node. Now from the H we have explored one new node, that is G, and its cost is from A to H, that is 7 here, and from H to G, that is 1 here. So 7 plus 1, that is 8 here. So we can write it as a less or equal to 8 in the cost value and it is founded by H here. Now from the G and E, minimum cost node is obviously G, so mark G as a visited node, and then you can see here G is also exploring node, that is E here. So you can see here node E have a two-way, that is from A to C, C to E, and second way is A to B to F to H to G to E. So which is the shortest path for the E? So here earlier cost of the node E was 12 here. And if you are coming through the new path, you will get the cost 8, that is the cost of G node, plus 3, that is cost of G to E, that is 8 plus 3, that is 11, and it is less than 12. So here you are selecting the shortest path of E is from G, not from C here. So we can mark E as a visited, and that's simply founded by G node here. So now you can understand how the shortest path of all vertices you can find using Dijkstra algorithm. So here every time you have a multiple path, you are selecting the minimum cost path first, and then you are updating the cost accordingly. So if you talk about the time complexity of Dijkstra algorithm, you have a V vertices, and for all V vertices you are finding the minimum cost of all V vertices. So you are doing simply linear search for finding the minimum of the all V vertices. So your time complexity is, you can write in terms of theta mod V square. But this can be improved if you are using self-balancing binary search tree or binary heap. Then time complexity will be theta E plus V log V. So this is all about the Dijkstra algorithm to finding the shortest path from the given vertex. So I hope you understand the algorithm, and if you like this video, please subscribe my channel and share the video, and don't forget to press the bell icon for my new video notifications. Thanks for watching.